backing up. Okay, I'll call it.
Just remember your sword is your offense and your defense. So you got to make sure that both options are permitted when you're using your sword, and only are you using for your sword for pure offense or pure defense when
Thank God.
the other options are out of the window. Like you can go to your offense on the sword and leave your head exposed if you're in the right position and that person is prone and is off like guard. You can explode on the person's throw. As much as that you can go completely defensive, and you might have to bail and leave yourself with no offense if like someone's throwing a deep offside and the only way to block it is to drag your sword down over here. At that point, the sword's completely offline, you can fire, but you're not dead. And that's the idea, is that for the most part, your guard should be to where you're able to either defend or unleash offense, almost in equal form, one way or another, That's why I always, impress upon you that, when you fire your shots, don't drag your sword up here to throw your next shot. It's, throw your shot, and when you're throwing your next shot, you should be also covering your head in the line too. So a lot of like shots I like to throw is like, I'll throw here, and then I'll punch it into the person. But you notice, my sword's in front of, my sword's offline. I know they're going to try to fire from my head because my head's open, so I got to be quick and draw my sword back up to block. I don't go boom a lot of times and then decide where am I going to throw. The only time I'll ever do that is if I know they've thrown and their sword's low or something like that, and they're kind of off guard, or I chop my shield up and block the shot. At that point, I know I'll have time to decide to throw another shot from here. But inevitably, if I don't think I have time, the sword will just go boom, and I'll immediately just drag it up to make sure the sword's blocking my head. And that's the kind of idea that always, when you fire, you recover back on the same lines trying to block your head. The flip shots are always boom, and then again, your sword should be coming back here to block your head. For the offside, you still are blocking your head. You throw a thrust, you're still blocking in this line. That's the thing, is I see sometimes you throw this shot, and then you're whipping the sword, and your sword's over here, and you're whipping it in, and that will keep your sword offline a little too long. Where it's a timing issue, and it's just, you got to make sure that when you throw this shot and you're whipping it around, you're not whipping high, you still keep your sword in front of you, and then you're whipping it here, where my sword's still here, still blocking my head, and it's coming in, so it's always covering my head, my line. You got to think of that your head is going to be exposed no matter what. When you throw a shot, your head's exposed, unless you throw your shield up. But if you throw your shield up, then like you're completely offline. Your shield, your legs are completely exposed at that point. I'm sure that as quick as I can get back online, And we get around it, but that's like at a fundamental level, that's like the best thing to practice now. And then as you get better at blocking your head and defensive that way, then at that point you can start working on dynamic movement, trying to get to where people are uncomfortable or not online to you, and then at that point your sword can not have to be covering your head. There are times when I may like go here, and at this point I might throw some shots here, but I know that if they start throwing, I can usually punch into their sword or something like that, or my head's a lot harder for them to kill, and I might punch my shield up, and I have more time to react to a leg shot too. It's just because I'm in position to stop a lot of offense, or I'm in the position here to stop a lot of their sword, because their sword is, their arm is having a hard time getting into it.
Right? It's like that.
Yeah.
Fred, were you legged or hip?
Leg.
Okay. So you don't have to stay in one place.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it? You got it?
This is kind of sticking. Okay, round 2.
Okay, wasn't good to take it.
No block.
No, we crashed together. It wasn't good to take it.
Okay. Sorry about basketball, by the way.
It's okay. Like I said, we crashed together.
Sure.
Blast it. How's life for you?
I'm good, thank you.
So where was the control? Unfortunately, the last fight was when he started to step off line.
Does it have enough on it?
There's a little light.
If it's a little bit, we'll take it. Please. Is it good?
Yeah.
Nice block.
Better.
My hands are getting tired. Okay, one more. Woo. Hey, those are really good fights. It's a nice adjustment.
Very nice.
Oh, nice leg.
Very pretty.
How was your edge on that? Okay, just aware.
He was at John, Mark.
I can't call that for you, but it looks a little funny because it's aware.
He was at John, Mark.
Okay, good.
I watched you. You were at John.
Okay.